early morning. Daylight is coming. I'm going to use up some of the Christmas ham, some of the greens, cabbage that I harvested November 1st actually. I don't know what it is about when you grow your own, they just last so well. Well, that's a Brussels sprout top. They last so well in the crisper. So I'm going to make cabbage and ham, onion, bubble and squeak as the Brits would call it. I'm going to get my coffee on, wake up a bit, and then we'll have a chat. I'm just going to talk about what's on my mind today. Didn't sleep much last night. I'm like that, I don't need much sleep, but I woke up at 3 and just getting on with the day. So hello, let's have a chat. I've just come out to get some juniper. The aroma, the smell is beautiful when you boil it, so I'm going to try to make the house smell pleasant this morning. But what am I nattering on about? I'm just feeling the peacefulness and calm of the holidays and winter, which keeps me indoors. Just always makes me remember to be grateful. And this year I'm really pushing myself to be proud of myself and my accomplishments. So yeah, let's go in and we'll chat. Now I just set the juniper in water in an old recycled pie plate to bring to a boil, because of course there's resin in the juniper and that will go to recycling after. It'll perk me up after only having 2 hours of sleep. So I'm probably going to get personal today. I don't normally, but it's just how I'm feeling. I'm feeling warm and fuzzy, but I'm feeling grateful. A lot of gratitude floating around, and I know it's hard this time of year for many people. Winter blues. But I think if we can share our own, what we're just proud of. Take the moments to pat yourself on the back for those little things. They don't have to be big, but each little thing we do each day to get through some of the tough days too. We grow our own food. We're eating healthy, homegrown produce, or we're making our own items, replacing store items, period. Maybe you're crafting and knitting and all those things are accomplishments. They're great. Be proud. I was able to harvest from indoors, but my stored produce for my Christmas dinner, it was brilliant. And I did when cooking the meal, was so grateful that I had this, that I strive to have it. Not just grateful, but proud that I accomplished it. And it's really, really, really important. I'm proud of my family. My son and I had a Lord of the Rings marathon. I think it was like 10 hours, isn't it? Of watching all 3 of those. What fun. We're like little kids watching, sitting on the couch. And then my daughter sent me a message saying, I am so lucky, Mom, both for my health and my son's. And she sent me a video clip. I think I might insert that to explain what she's talking about. When she was 2 months of age, my daughter developed a tumor in her brain stem, which was inoperable, which caused hydrocephalus. The fluid could not drain from her brain. And of course we get something like 7 liters of fluid in the brain. So she's a wonderful success story. She went through 4 operations in the brain, very serious. I think the first one was 7 hours. That was just torture. To get a shunt put in her head, then she had, that stopped working. Then she had, sort of experimental at the time, because I'm going back many years, a third ventriculostomy, which in the old days was like a lobotomy, which went down. But now with the camera scopes and whatnot, they could go into, well, we won't go into the medical of it, but they were able to free up the drainage again for the water. She ended up having 3 third ventriculostomies, which very few people in the world, she was a case study. And they almost went 4th because that stopped working also. Her brain just kept closing and attacking things that were in there to save itself. But it was in fact shutting down the drainage. They did not do the 4th third ventriculostomy because they just felt, no, we can't, in the name of science, we can't do that with this child. She's now married, lovely husband, having their first child. Excited grandma here. And then I get the call that she, in her doctor's appointment, mentioned, oh yes, I have a shunt in my head, and blah, 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 blah. They immediately put her forth to one of the top neuro doctors and prenatal, and she went to a fabulous McMaster hospital. And that's where they monitored her through her whole pregnancy. To my horror, Mom's saying, after all the years, she graduated at the age of 18 from Sick Kids Hospital because she can't go past 18. It was so sad. But after all these years, I never thought of the future of her having children, of what that meant. Because she has a shunt and very dangerous. So I was horrified. Bad mom. That was fine for her, but then other complications came. I flew out immediately and yeah, she just had a series of complications, which meant my grandchild was born 2 months early. Insert clip here. Yes, definitely making sure I take a moment to be grateful for all the doctors and healthcare in this country. And I won't forget Bruce. 33 years of marriage. And what a handy man he is. Many of you have probably seen some of the work he does. Done all the work around, outside in my gardens to enable me to garden in these raised beds, etc. The house. I can't touch a doorknob in this house, actually, without being proud, I guess, again, of what we've accomplished there. I would say a hefty portion of what's in our house is Bruce has either built by hand from scratch or refurbished. Old furniture that, you know, was thrown out in the dump, rescued by us. It's funny, the little things, those moments that trigger in my mind, you know, be proud, be grateful. And the reason behind the doorknobs makes me so proud is I recall when we built this house, looking at the doorknobs in the hardware stores and online also, to get ones that I liked, first of all. Hard to find. The ones I liked were a ridiculous amount of money. But then in the hardware stores, just a regular indoor door set, you know, doorknobs, were crazy prices. So every single one that we have inside here has been sourced from antique stores or thrift stores. That's cool. I'm proud. So as I embrace the winter, we'll get out for a walk, enjoy. I'm remembering to feel grateful for everything, for the food we grow, for the fact that we're growing it. You know, we're making that effort to grow our own food. I think that's so important nowadays and something to be very proud of. So that's my ramble. I'm going to carry on with my day, consciously focusing on savoring the good, being proud of achievements, no matter how small or odd they may. They're all steps we did, moves we made, choices we made, that gets us to where we are today. Even the achievements of getting through some of those tough days, counting our blessings, and just feeling grateful. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon.